Can you imagine a world where artificial intelligence can unlock the potential of psychedelics? AlphaFold, Google's AI tool, is doing just that. This breakthrough could transform our understanding of the human mind and open up new possibilities for the treatment of mental illnesses. But what risks could arise? In this video, we delve deeply into these topics to help you understand the impact of this technology on our lives. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. But what makes this invention so novel and important? The novelty and importance of AlphaFold lie in its ability to identify hundreds of thousands of potential new psychedelic molecules, which could drive the development of new types of antidepressants. For the first time, AlphaFold's predictions, available at the touch of a button, have proven to be as useful for drug discovery as experimentally derived protein structures, the determination of which can take months or even years. AlphaFold, developed by DeepMind in London, has changed the game in biology. Its public database contains structural predictions for almost all known proteins, which are used in the pharmaceutical industry to identify and improve promising drugs. Despite the initial doubts of some scientists about whether AlphaFold's predictions could replace standard experimental models in the search for new drugs, Jens Karlsson, a computational chemist at Uppsala University in Sweden, states, "AlphaFold is an absolute revolution. If we have a good structure, we should be able to use it to design drugs." In summary, AlphaFold is breaking new ground in the search for potential psychedelics, but there is still much to learn about how to effectively implement this tool in drug discovery. This revolutionary breakthrough has significant implications that we explore in the following sections. Emerging concerns in the implementation of Google's AlphaFold. Google's AlphaFold has been a milestone in biology and medicine. However, there are certain concerns surrounding this technology. One of them is transparency in its internal functioning, as its ability to identify folds that are underrepresented in the existing structures in databases has been questioned. In addition, competition in this field is increasing, with companies like Meta developing their own algorithms to predict the structure of proteins. Finally, although access to the AlphaFold database is free and open, this could raise questions about who has access to this information and how it is used. These concerns underscore the need for a broader debate on the use of artificial intelligence in science and medicine, and the importance of addressing these issues to ensure they are used ethically and responsibly. If you are enjoying the content, remember to like and subscribe. You would help us a lot. Changes in medications. Efforts to apply AlphaFold to find new drugs have been met with considerable skepticism. However, in a recent experiment, researchers used AlphaFold protein models and experimental structures to identify potential drugs. Although the drug candidates identified by both methods were completely different, the hit rates were almost identical. What is even more surprising is that the AlphaFold structures identified drugs that activated the serotonin receptor more potently. The psychedelic drug LSD acts in part through this route, and many researchers are looking for non-hallucinogenic compounds that do the same, such as potential antidepressants. These results suggest that, despite the differences in the drugs identified, AlphaFold can be a valuable tool in the search for new drugs. However, there is still much to learn about how to effectively implement this tool in drug discovery. Predictive power. In an as-yet unpublished work, Carlson's team found that structures generated by AlphaFold are effective in identifying drugs for a class of highly sought-after targets, known as G-protein-coupled receptors, with a success rate of around 60%. Confidence in predicted protein structures could change the rules of the game for drug discovery, according to Carlson. Determining structures experimentally is not a simple task, and many potential targets could resist existing experimental tools. Carlson states, "It would be very convenient if we could press a button and get a structure that we can use for ligand discovery." The two proteins that the Schoche and Roth team chose are good candidates to trust in AlphaFold, according to Sriram Subramaniam, a structural biologist at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. There are readily available experimental models of related proteins, including detailed maps of the regions where drugs bind to them. Subramaniam adds, If we stack everything, AlphaFold is a paradigm shift. It changes the way we do things. Karen Akinsanya, president of therapeutic research and development at Schrödinger, a pharmaceutical software company based in New York that uses AlphaFold, says, "This is not a panacea. The predicted structures are useful for some pharmacological targets, but not for others, and it is not always clear which applies. According to a study, in about 10% of cases, the predictions that AlphaFold considers very accurate are substantially different from the experimental structure." Akinsanya adds that even when predicted structures can help identify leads, more detailed experimental models are often needed to optimize the properties of a particular drug candidate. Big bet. Shoishe agrees that AlphaFold's predictions are not universally useful. "There were many models that we didn't even test because we thought they were very bad," he says, but he estimates that in about 1/3 of the cases, an AlphaFold structure could drive a project. Compared to going out and getting a new structure, the project could advance a couple of years, and that's huge, he says. Isomorphic Labs, the drug discovery subsidiary of DeepMind in London, aims to use machine learning tools like AlphaFold to search for drugs on behalf of pharmaceutical giants like Novartis and Eli Lilly. The company announced agreements worth a minimum of $82.5 million and up to $2.9 billion if commercial objectives are met. On January 7th. The company says the work will be aided by a new version of AlphaFold that can predict the structures of proteins when they bind to drugs and other interacting molecules. DeepMind has not yet said when or if the update will be available to researchers, as previous versions of AlphaFold have been. A competing tool called RosettaFold All-Atom will soon be made available by its developers. These tools will not completely replace experiments, scientists say, but their potential to help find new drugs should not be dismissed. Carlson says, "There are a lot of people who want AlphaFold to do everything, and many structural biologists want to find reasons to say that we are still necessary. Finding the right balance is a challenge." With this, we conclude our exploration of AlphaFold, Google's revolutionary invention that is transforming the way we search for new drugs. We hope this information has provided you with a new perspective and inspired you to appreciate the impact of artificial intelligence on our daily lives. AlphaFold, although it is a cutting-edge tool, is already demonstrating its relevance in the modern world, providing us with a new approach to tackle challenges in drug discovery. It teaches us to appreciate the power of technology and to focus on how it can be used to improve our lives. Remember, true advances and innovation come from our ability to adopt new technologies and apply them effectively. Leave us your opinion in the comments. If you liked the content, don't forget to like and share it. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps us continue to share interesting information. Thank you.